What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Arrow After Show here at the Stream.tv. Oh my God, the sins of the father? No, sins of the fathers, okay? Yes, plural. That is definitely the theme of this episode. We're gonna jump right into it. Carolina's not here this week. She's out of town, and we're gonna show you a little video of her later. But joining me tonight, to my left, is the lovely Olivia De Bortoli.
Hello.
And to my right, Mr. Jack Hind.
How are you guys? Pleasure to be here as
Always.
So, guys, let's talk about Felicity and the calculator. Let's just jump into that right now, because could you believe that he just friggin' outed it? Just was like, by the way, Overwatch, yeah, I'm the calculator. Right at coffee. Let's talk about that for a second.
He's super smart, and that's why I kind of like the calculator a little bit. It sucks that he's, well, I'm not going to say he's gone, but for now, from what we know, he's probably gone taken to jail. So, but watch it, he really helped the development of the character in Felicity, and that kind of sucks. I would like to have seen him help Felicity develop more and kind of discover a little bit more about herself. But besides that, just his ingeniousness blows my mind. Just the fact that he sits there and goes, Overwatch, it's like, this is one of the biggest kept secrets ever.
Yeah, no,
ever.
And
that was like the opening scene. We get like right into it, and she was just like blown away. I thought that was a
And
great
it's not
scene.
often Felicity gets blown away.
Right.
So I was kind of like,
I was also kind of surprised that she trusted him so quickly. Because I feel like she kind of has trust issues sometimes, and she was just like immediately like, okay, let's be friends.
But I'm gonna say it's still her dad. It's still her dad. So she's gonna, you know, and daughters and their dads, mothers and their sons. There's a connection there that, you know. So she's gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
And no matter what happens, he's your daddy.
Yep. And he tries to, you know, give her a peace offering and gives her the flash drive. Yep. And we have a photo of that too. I know Nick's gonna throw that on there right now. And like I was like, wow, you know, he's really trying to show that he's like in this to kind of
part of the family. He wants to get back into her life again and tries to find the common ground. We're both brainiacs, we're both geniuses. Just really funny that she got all of her brains from the dad. I guess I'd say the looks from her mum, because Mama smokes pretty. She's
smoking.
Smoking. I'm gonna lean back and let that happen. You know, because
you beat me to that one. I was trying to find one, but then you got it.
Speaking of Mama Smoke, we actually Felicity goes and her mom comes in and she's like, "You look like that moment when you lost your teddy bear."
The teddy bear, yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, that kind of
square teddy bear face, square face teddy bear or something." Whatever, she was calling it
something like that. And we have a picture of actually them talking too, where she has a moment where she basically says, "Nobody changes, no one changes, even if you want them to." And to me, I thought that was huge foreshadowing of what we were going to deal with in the episode with respect to Malcolm, which we're going to get to in a minute, but also with Oliver.
People in general.
Yeah, like what did you guys think that was?
I thought that scene was interesting as well, because you could kind of tell where Felicity gets her trust issues from, because her mom was like, "No way, like he is terrible. He's not going to change. Nobody changes." And then we see it again and again.
Again, that's another side of Mama Smoke that we haven't seen before. So that's kind of why I like the calculator. He was very much so an antagonist Antagonist? Is that the word?
Antagonist.
Antagonist. Sorry, Antagonist. I'm thinking of the old Sophocles play, Antigone. Don't even worry about it. Very much so an antagonist for Felicity and Mama Smoke to let their characters develop a little bit more. So I've got a feeling we're going to see some more of the calculator.
100%.
I sure
100% we're going to see more. So obviously Felicity lets her dad into her life, and that's a huge mistake. I mean, she sets a trap for him and invites him to Palmer Tech, which we have another photo of that too, actually, where he's sitting there talking to her, and he's seemingly all, you know, "Oh, I'm so proud of you." And as she's talking
such a
about
smug look on his face.
Yeah, right.
What?
And as she's talking about the T-spheres to him, did anyone else think like, "Holy crap! Like you're giving away the farm"?
Yes, I was.
When she was talking, sorry, go. What was you about?
Yeah,
you were like,
I can't believe she's being so naive right now. Why?
Yeah.
This is not the Felicity Smoke I know. I know you to be smarter than that.
When when she was showing him around, and when she spoke about what was that called? What was that thing called?
T-spheres.
T-spheres.
Well, we don't know yet.
We're going to call it a T-sphere.
Yeah, we're pretty sure that's what it is, but they haven't actually
like a
told
sphere,
us that.
like a circle.
Yeah,
okay.
Like a sphere. Yes.
When they were talking about that, she brought in Curtis, and I think she just used the words "great" or something, but she kind of said, "Oh, Curtis, he's." Stopped for a second. I was like, "Say terrific, say terrific, say terrific." And then she said, "Great." So I feel like I'm waiting for that now. I'm waiting for somebody to say, "Curtis is terrific," and then that will be our moving on forward for hopefully Mr. Terrific.
I want that to happen.
Well.
When is that going to happen, by the way?
We haven't seen him. We didn't see this whole episode, did we?
No, and I
is
want
him
him
at
to be Mr. Terrific. Like,
He's gonna come in. I think honestly that the writers just have other fish to fry at the moment.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's just other stuff going on. There's gonna be a time. I'm telling you, there's gonna be a death that's gonna fill that he's gonna.
He
fill,
needs to then come in and
he's gonna
replace.
jump in and fill a void. You know, what do you guys think?
Yeah.
He's asking you. Are you asking us?
I'm
Okay,
asking
just double
him.
checking.
I'm asking you. I'm asking you. I want to know what you guys think.
I think he's fine.
Is Mr. Terrific going to come in and fill a hole? Do we maybe he's going to fill the hole of whoever's in the grave? Do you think so? I don't know. Maybe, possibly. Okay, so let's just wrap up this whole Felicity situation with the calculator. So,
Will he come back? That would be my last thing for the calculator.
she turns him in at the end, as we all know. She gives him up. I thought she was just going to kick him out. Did you guys think that the police were going to show up?
I thought that was a bold move on her part. I was like, good. I mean, you're putting your foot down. You're putting it down hard, and that's it. But I think we're going to see him again for sure. I don't think he's going to be put away.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And somebody mentioned on the chat, hopefully he didn't put it up as a question, will he now go and give up Felicity? But why doesn't he go to the police and be like, yeah, well, now that you've just handed me over Felicity,
I don't think so.
I'm going to hand you over.
I don't think so, because that's his daughter.
No, I don't think that's why he won't do it. He's a sociopath.
Exactly.
I think the reason
I'm back on that page now. I think I was very much pushing that. Oh, it's his daughter, so maybe he won't do stuff.
No,
this guy is a jackass.
He's a sociopath. For sure, he's a sociopath, and I think that if anything, he won't give up Felicity because he's going to try to use her later.
That, and also, if he did try and give him up, I feel like Captain Lance is going to look at you and be like, I know. Shh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's got
Captain Lance will put a cap on that, push it under the rug, and be like, nobody knows what Overwatch is.
Yeah.
Overwatch, what a stupid name.
So, okay, I think Karma's a bitch. Let's wrap this one up. Oh, guys, you know what? We want to just tell you quickly about the Arrow Cave group on Facebook. It's the largest Arrow community online. Go ahead and check that out. We are active in there, and so if you have questions, you can go there. We have other places, too, but we'll tell you about them in a minute.
Hi, Lance.
Yes, hi to Lance. We love you, dude. We'll wave. Two hands. Are we two-handed waving? Are we doing that? Jazz hands.
It's so true when you do jazz hands accidentally.
So let's get into the meat of the episode. Oliver between Malcolm and Nyssa. This was a serious triangle, guys. What did you think of it?
You go.
You want me to?
I don't even know where to begin.
All right, let's start with Oliver trying to convince Malcolm to give up the ring. Okay, let's start there. Okay, he tries to convince Malcolm to give up the leadership of the League of Assassins.
It was like talking to two children, I felt like it was at the point. It's like, dude, just give them up. But then to Nyssa, it was like, Nyssa, you're trying to save somebody. And then she's like, no, I want the League of Assassins. And then Malcolm was like, no, I don't want to give up that power. And it was like, oh, God, there's somebody's life at stake here.
And it's his daughter, too. It's not even just somebody's life. This is his daughter.
However,
how many sociopaths can we fit into one episode between Malcolm the calculator?
He did have a very solid point when he was... not the comparison between saving his son and Dark, but the fact of that if he was to give over that power to Nyssa, we really don't know what Nyssa is capable of. We don't know if she's a good girl. We don't know if she's a bad girl. I personally think she's got her own agenda because she's way too obsessed. Well, I guess we kind of found out because she wanted to disband it.
She kind of deserves it. I mean, it was I think
she was the heir to the throne.
She was the heir.
Well, until Oliver.
Well, until Oliver kind of actually makes.
She was the rightful heir, and I feel like she had a point in wanting her spot on the throne.
Well, do you think she wanted her spot on the throne solely because of the fact that she had that birthright to be the heir? Because she said, obviously, at the end of the episode when she throws the ring away, I apologise for getting cut into it, but just because it counts. She said, like, this is why I want to, like, what you said, Laurel, about my dad imprisoning me. I don't want nobody else to feel imprisoned by my father, etc. So that was what changed her mind. So before she got her mind changed, she was solely obsessed with the power. And that, in my opinion, is worse than Malcolm being in charge, because Malcolm was very, very adamant when he said, I am not giving the power of the League of Assassins to Nyssa Al Ghul. And he even said her full name as if to say, like, she's like dirt. Nothing. She does not deserve it.
Well, but hold on a second, guys. Do you think that maybe that Nyssa was convinced, well, I mean, we know she was convinced by Oliver and Laurel's actions, because Laurel was up in her ear the entire episode, basically just like, you don't have to make these choices, you can do better, you can do this. Like, she was like her cheerleader all episode long.
Yes, you know what I mean? Weapon, actually.
And also, just on the Laurel topic right here, there was a moment, and I have to shout this out, because I like that Laurel's Canary cry was not just annoying in this episode. She actually knocked people down.
She knocked like 10 guys out.
She totally cleared them out. They were like, ah, and they all fell to the ground.
Laurel.
It was instead of like, oh, that's irritating, and then they keep running. running.
But also that one scene when they were all fighting with the assassins, why was she fighting? Like, what,
Yeah,
like,
in the den, in Nyssa's den,
Yeah.
Oliver and Diggle were like, dude, what do we do?
And
then
Laurel's just like,
Laurel was like ripping it up with all the assassins. I'm just like,
fighting?
we have actually a photo. We have a photo of Diggle and Oliver there. They're just
yeah,
like,
that's when they're like, dude, let's get the fuck out.
And Laurel's just like all up in it.
she's
like,
going
get out.
crazy.
What are you doing?
So let's talk real quick though, because we have our little.
It is, sorry, real quick, it is really nice to see her develop. I know we've never been the hugest fans of Laurel's, but the fact that now she can take on members of the Leagues of Assassin, it's like, okay, Laurel, you're playing the crew now. You can stand up to people. You can hold your own. So now Laurel is starting to get some more respect.
She's doing her thing. We've got to give her props where they're due. But so Malcolm obviously double crosses because he agrees to giving up the ring to get the Lotus to save Thea, and that's actually we kind of have like the showdown. He basically just double crosses. We have like Nyssa with her people, and I think we have a photo of that too, right? Yeah, there we go. It is. Which and then and Laurel's kind of just there.
That was the one. That was the one when they started fighting.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because then the next one we go right to the next photo where Malcolm just shows up and he's ready to just kill everybody. Actually,
totally played it calm, didn't he?
He did. He was just like, yeah.
I'll give you my ring. No.
Not.
No.
Yeah, no, not going to happen. He's like, I'm just going to kill you instead. And
that's a great photo, by the way. Well played.
You know what though? That actually was when he gets stopped by Oliver and he gets really pissed.
Oh, you're right. At the door, this is when they're all lined up at it, and then it's him, Diggle, and Laurel. Oliver, Diggle, and Lauren, correct?
See, yes. I see good parts in Malcolm. I'm so upset because, obviously he didn't do the right thing. But I was such a cheerleader for Malcolm. I wanted him to do the right thing. I wanted him to care about Thea more than power, but he didn't.
He very much has internal struggles. Poor old Malcolm.
Poor old Malcolm.
So obviously the whole fight spills out into the streets, and
civilians die.
Yeah, people getting skewered by arrows, and all this stuff is going down, and Team Arrow's kind of figuring out like we got to figure out a way to stop this. Right?
Yeah.
It really didn't need to go into the streets of Star City.
It didn't.
Like, there's got to be so many places in that city that are just left in ruins after all the calamities and issues that have happened. Surely you could have found somewhere to lead the bad guys. A bad warehouse. How about where you were fighting before? Or down that alleyway? How about you just carry it on there?
Didn't have to have civilian casualties.
And I felt it was so dramatic, too.
I think it kind of speaks to the whole, the gravity of the situation. So obviously, Arrow. Oliver comes in, saves the day, and then they knock out Nyssa and capture her to try to really kind of get in there and be like, listen, we got to talk about this, and we got to find a way to solve this problem and save Thea without killing everybody.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool to see Oliver not really succumb to, hey, I'm just going to go kill Malcolm. I thought it was really cool to watch him, again, try to find the angle to really save people instead of murdering
It's like he
people.
has his own bloodlust.
Well, he saw the good in Malcolm, too, like I did, and he wanted to not kill everybody.
No, I don't think he saw the good in Malcolm. I have to disagree.
He said he wanted to have him be a dad to Thea, and he wanted him to be
He didn't want to take it away from Thea. He was happy to kill Malcolm if it came to it.
And he kept saying, he's like, the amount of shit that Malcolm's done. Like, dude, I wish I could just drive a sword through his heart. But he had his own father taken away from him, so now he doesn't want Thea. He's not even a dad, though. Like, Thea doesn't go to him and be like, Daddy, I'm going out on a date. Like,
yeah, she does. Not on a date, but they have conversations.
It's still her dad. It's still her dad. But listen, I'm going to say this. Did anyone else, because Oliver and Malcolm, basically Oliver says to him, challenge her to a duel to the death.
Yes.
Did anyone else think that it was just, like, did you guys think that maybe it was going to be a total, what did you say, trial?
Trial by combat.
Trial by combat. Did you guys think that there was going to be a double cross, or did you think that they had a plan in place to kind of trick Nyssa?
That what we said before, Malcolm fake dies.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
they get the Lotus,
like,
and then
hey,
he's
thanks
back.
for the Lotus, and then boom, Malcolm's back, and then everything's hunky-dory again. And then Nyssa just got robbed, really, which wouldn't have been hunky-dory. Because technically, even if we would have done it that way, then Oliver would have had another enemy, which would have been Nyssa. So he really did.
He was stuck between a rock and a hard place.
I feel like Malcolm is going to be kind of the worse enemy than Nyssa. I feel like she wouldn't have done it.
That's where you choose the better of two evils, which is where he should have chose Malcolm to be on his side.
Instead of Nyssa.
Yeah.
But Nyssa,
this is why.
Well, so the duel happens, and then obviously Oliver steps in and says, "I want to fight on her behalf." And I'm sitting there thinking the whole time, I'm like, okay, they either have a plan in place, or to screw Nyssa, or he's actually stepping in and he's going to kill Malcolm. I didn't see the hand getting cut off happening at all. That freaked me out. I don't know about you guys, but that tripped me out a little bit.
That was completely.
Should have killed him.
I think
think
so.
so?
I think so too.
Oh, you take that away from Malcolm Merlyn? The only thing he wanted was to be the head, the demon's head. Like, now you've taken that away. Dude, you know what Malcolm's like?
Yeah.
No,
I feel
he's-
bad
no,
for him.
it's-
Again, he's a child when it comes. Oh, you took my demon's head away from me. I want to go to a deadly
No.
dog.
I'm gonna hold on. I will disagree with you on that. He is not a child. He is a sociopath, and
He is a
he is
sociopath.
out for blood.
Children, sociopaths.
Yeah.
I'm just playing with you. I know you got a son.
So no, but he's out for blood. Nyssa becomes Ra's al Ghul because Oliver basically does it. And again, we said it while we were watching. Oliver's
Yeah.
really Ra's al Ghul. Like that's there's no taking that away from him. He killed both of
Yeah.
them. I mean, for all intents and purposes, he should have killed Malcolm. He could have killed Malcolm. That is going to come back to bite him in the ass.
Really
we
hard.
just had a triple cross.
Yeah.
We did.
I
Guys,
have
this
just
is
one side point
Yes.
about Nyssa. Why did she keep saying the whole episode? She was like, my husband, my husband, my husband,
'Cause
my
they were
brother.
married- they
Why
were
are you
married-
saying that so posh?
She cut. That's what she said. But like,
She's making fun of Nyssa.
They are technically married, I guess, but not in real life. And
But
she
in-
needs
but
to
hold on,
to back off
hold
the
on.
I
husband thing.
said she's obsessed
He's
with the
with-
league.
And exactly, and in league standards, they are
In her
married.
mind,
So as
yeah.
far as
Yeah,
she's
but not in real
concerned,
life.
but it doesn't
What do you
matter.
mean not in real life? They
Not in
are.
real
They're
life.
both real life.
For
The
her,
league isn't a
that's- for her, that's
fascination,
real
is
life.
it?
But
Exactly.
for her, that's-
her
that's-
real life.
Poor Felicity. She needs to stop saying the husband thing. That's all I'm saying.
Well, they ain't even
Okay,
done
so
the wedding
she's
yet, so.
feeling bad about Felicity. I got you guys. We're heating up here. We're live. Okay, you can tweet at us using the hashtag #ArrowAfterShow, and also hit up the YouTube live chat right now. Tell us what you're thinking about everything that we're saying. Be honest, and of course join our group on Facebook. It's the Arrow After Show, Arrowhead's family. Thanks again to Lance for creating it. Go ahead and join us there because we were kind of all over the place. So you can talk to us
Very
there. You can talk to us.
active.
Yeah, we're all over it.
And that's
So-
our best spot to pull questions that you guys post if you don't have Twitter, because obviously some people don't have Twitter, some people don't have YouTube, some people don't have Facebook, so now we have
We've
an umbrella.
covered it all.
Yeah.
We have
Anywhere you need to
umbrella.
talk to us,
We're
you
all
can.
over
You
it.
can talk to us one way or the other.
So
Don't
tweet
do
in
the
your
same hand
questions.
motions as I do.
Hey, you can do the same hand motions as
Thank
each other.
you, right?
We can,
I
yes,
agree with you there.
Yes, you can do.
Carolina
we
would be
were
on
in
my side.
sync there, and I thought that was a moment,
was-
and
it
then
was-
you
It was
just...
not a moment.
It was hand melodic, okay? It was good.
At least we have hands to do it with. Malcolm,
good one.
if you didn't like
Well,
good.
he'd be like this. He'd be like,
yeah, if you didn't
he's only
like
got one. This is not a good motion
They
to be
also
doing.
had, like, 9
Guys,
of
tweet your
those.
questions in too, because we'll feature them possibly on the show later. Let's get into the flashback sequence, guys. This episode I thought had some serious stuff with the flashback. Tiana gives Ryder the stone that Oliver gives to him. She basically she betrays him.
So upsetting. First of all, if you're gonna give someone
Didn't
something,
betray him.
Oliver?
He killed her brother.
Well, but hold on a second. They're in this together. They're in a jail cell together.
Uh-huh.
Their only way out is together.
and
Not in
he-
her mind. In her mind,
Well,
her
yes.
way
Yeah,
out
but
was to give him the stone
he
and give him what he
explained
wants.
it.
She got angry.
He explained it that it was
That's
he
what-
got attacked
That is what Baron wants. Oh, what? About his...
about her brother. I mean, yeah, she could be upset, but he explained the reason why.
He did. He did. But still, he killed her brother. This
Yeah,
is like
I mean,
her.
I get
you
it.
know.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no,
Somebody
I'm
killed your
with you.
brother
I'm
or
with
sister.
you.
Yeah, you
I'm
know
with
what I
you.
mean?
For
You'd
that
be-
reason.
But
I don't care what the
she
reason
does
was.
double cross him because Oliver trusts her enough to kind of basically be like, here, take this,
Yes.
or like this is our way out. And she goes, yeah, let me take that, and it was a stupid move. She's
Yeah,
like,
so-
here, look, you can see what I have here. And,
But I'm not
and
going to give it to you. But
She wasn't
here's my
thinking
hand.
about it.
She's in a cage,
Yeah.
basically, and she's like, okay, so do we have a deal? He's like, no, we don't have a deal. I'm going to take that from you because you're in my cage.
And why did she put her hand back? Like, hold on to it if you're going to have something as
I
collateral.
don't think her common sense isn't so common. It's something we like to say nowadays. And I don't think being a slam drug slave on the island of Lian for however many years you've been doing this
Several.
would give you a
Yeah.
very cognitive brain. So I feel like that's where she was like, let me out. Just let me go. Take
And
the
then he was
rock and
like,
let me go.
"Thank
and then,
you."
yeah, what's his name? Baron was like, thank you very much. Stay in that cage.
And now your fate is
Used.
tied to
And,
Oliver's.
now you are part. And now if Oliver dies, you die.
Sorry about your bad
So-
luck.
But I thought that was beautiful because now she's forced to kind of work with the guy who killed her brother. And they
Beautiful, right?
Yeah.
It was beautiful. Listen, beautiful in the tragedy of it and the writing, and it was the writers. You guys again, you're
great.
killing it. No pun intended. But no, I'm loving this because then Oliver opens up to her and tells her about the people that he lost, and she basically compares him to with the hammer and the glass. The hammer that breaks the glass forges the steel,
Yeah.
is what she says, and basically she's like, the only way out of this is if you get stronger. You can't be shattered. to make it through. And so they kind of have this moment, and I'm almost certain at this point that she's the one who teaches him Russian and gets him into the Russian mob, Russian mob ties. This is where he's going to learn about this, guys. I'm saying it. What do you think? Let me know, because that's my theory.
That's his tie into the Russian mob. That's his tie into the
I don't want to say.
Well, I can't remember what they're called.
I forget what they're called. If you guys know, tell us what it's called. I forget what it was. The Russian mob, whatever they're called. We love you. I'm not insulting you.
I just wonder how she's going to die, because you know it's going to happen soon, and I feel bad.
It's got to happen. So they have a plan to deal with Ryder. We find out that they're going to dig. Okay, so we don't know where that's going. I'm curious to see. Quick shout out to AmellCity.net. Thank you guys for being amazing. You can check them out too. They're fans of both the Amells. I said it that way. They're fans of everything Amell. Let's talk about Malcolm and Oliver talking at Thea's deathbed, because that was super powerful for me. Thea. Felicity basically says, "Hey, Malcolm just snuck in." So Bratva, thank you.
Our YouTube chat happened.
You guys are amazing. Thank you.
Like
the Bratva, yes. Thank you for letting us know.
I'll give you a shout out, Martin Savech. Thank you, buddy.
Thank
Appreciate
you, dude.
it. Carry on. I apologize.
No, we're good. So okay. So was anyone else thinking that Felicity's watching this conversation when Malcolm tells Oliver that he knows about William?
First thing we said.
That's what you guys think. I think there's no audio. It's just video. It's
How do you know?
Because it's a security camera. Nobody
Should we talk about how high tech that lab is?
But
should we talk about that real quick? They have the technology to track anything, anyone. I'm pretty sure that they have microphones and cameras.
I would imagine so.
If Felicity would have heard that, she would have said something immediately.
I don't know about immediately.
No, I agree with you.
She didn't. She doesn't know. She doesn't know, because obviously she's not going to be able to fake it later when they're talking about getting married, because that's a huge bomb. But in the moment, I'm going, oh my God, Felicity knows about William now.
When you said that when we were watching,
but we know what Felicity is like when it comes to trying to keep a secret or hearing something or knowing something. Because obviously, when Mama Smoke told her about that Oliver was going to propose, what did she do?
She couldn't contain herself.
That's what I'm saying. So as soon
that's
as
what I'm saying. She doesn't know.
See, we're saying she doesn't know.
We're saying she doesn't know.
Oh, okay.
But in the moment, I'm going, she has to.
Because she spotted Malcolm being there. She found Malcolm, saw him, and then I'm sorry, but if I was Felicity, I'd have been like,
eavesdropping.
I know.
Yeah. I'd be listening in too.
I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, what?
So that happens, and then I thought it was an interesting comparison. I know we kind of touched on it, where he compares Nyssa to Damien Dark, which I guess, I don't know. Are we gonna maybe find out that Nyssa's like super evil at some point?
I don't think so. I think Nyssa, I think she's good. I think she has a special connection to Laurel and Sarah.
Through Sarah, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think she's gonna be that evil. I mean, we saw at the end she destroys the ring or whatever. Like, that's not an evil person. That threw my idea out the window as well. I also thought Nyssa could possibly be a bit of a baddie, but now after
a baddie,
a baddie, yeah.
That's a good one. I don't hear that often. Go ahead.
A baddie? Mm-hmm. Anyway, this is fun. That's so cute. A baddie. Yeah, so I don't think Nyssa's going to be. I think she'll be quite helpful for the future.
Potentially.
Because she doesn't the league anymore, which was. Maybe you should have kept that one going because you had a strong force behind you, honey.
But that's what makes her so great. She's a good person.
Guys, I think that this talk at the deathbed, though.
She is.
Nyssa, I don't know how good of a person she is.
Yeah,
Bear in mind, she's the daughter of the former Ra's al Ghul. She was fighting with weapons from the age of 2. I don't know how good.
Is there a female and male? Because we know Ra's al Ghul is Arabic, correct? Is there a female and I should know this. I lived in Dubai for 7 years, which is over in the Middle East. Arabic's one of the most difficult languages to learn, hands down. All I can say is salam alaikum, which is peace be with you or something. But does Ra's al Ghul, does that have a femonine and a masculine?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
I've got something in my throat. I apologise. Will we be calling Nyssa something else, or is it just Ra's al Ghul still?
Probably Ra's al Ghul.
Let us know.
No, because Oliver said to her, he's like, "You are Ra's al Ghul." He gave her the ring. So either
maybe
he doesn't know.
Just means something.
It might just be the demon's head.
The demon. Yeah, maybe there's no sexual sex. What's the word I'm looking for when they have two?
No sexual differentiation.
Differentiation. Yeah. Thank you very much.
There's the. Yep, you're welcome.
He's got the big words.
He does. He's the smart one.
Big Bang Theory after show. Tomorrow.
That's so easy. He's the smart one.
Yeah.
And it's still smart.
No. But guys, this talk over the deathbed, I think, was foreshadowing a little bit of things to come for William.
Yeah.
I think. Quick little shout out, guys, to the Oliver Queen and Felicity Smoke community on Facebook. You guys are awesome. We love you.
It's literally like
It's like they're a real couple.
Yeah.
But it's like their wedding.
Well,
like this is their honeymoon page.
We're a
They are
we're a
really
celebrity
cool.
couple.
Yeah,
We're going on. Yeah,
Power couple.
but we
That's a
love you
great
guys.
page.
Thank you for supporting the show. Go and check out their community, especially if you're shipping the couple, which we know a bunch of us are. So.
You're very
Shipping the
handsome, you're
couple.
not very bright. Just we were talking about Malcolm and Oliver right there. What a great line.
That was
You're very
It was a
handsome.
great line.
Not
Not very bright.
But not very bright.
I beg to differ, Malcolm. Beg to differ.
Let's wrap up this whole thing with Thea's cured. So Thea wakes up and she's like, "What happened?" And I loved Felicity's line. Long story, but the shorthand.
There were so many hand jokes. There were like 3 or 4 times I heard a hand, like a.
Even Damien Dark threw it in there at the end, didn't he?
Yeah.
Damien
good job.
Dark had a funny bone in him. I thought it was all evil.
Yeah, he
He's
did
just
it.
sadistic.
And
He's just sadistic. You just roll these off. It's great. It's just sadistic.
but he is. He is.
It's
It's
the
just
truth.
the way you say it. It's brilliant.
God,
You're so happy about
He's just
it.
sadistic.
He's just sadistic.
in a happy way. In a happy way.
That's true.
But he does. He kills with glee. You know what I mean? He's happy to. He's like, you know what? You didn't listen to me. And
know.
and he just sucks the life force out
Except for
of you.
Thea,
know?
he can't do that to Thea.
No, well, actually, I wonder now.
With the
because
Lotus,
Yeah,
that's
now
what I
that
was
she's
thinking.
cured of the
Oh.
effects from the Lazarus Pit, is she going to still be a weapon?
good.
Is Damien Dark now going to put Thea in the grave?
No.
I don't know. Guys, I got to say this. So we already talked about Oliver and Laurel. They're meeting with Nyssa, and she basically says to them, like, you guys made me see the light, and she's disbanded the League. And then Malcolm shows up and threatens Oliver. And in that moment, okay, did you guys think, too, that maybe William's going to be the one in the grave, and it's Malcolm that he has to kill?
Malcolm threatens.
Malcolm threatens Oliver and basically says, you just now incurred...
made an enemy out of me.
Yep.
Honestly, I didn't think of that until afterwards when he went and talked to Damien Dark about it. But you're right, he could be threatening William.
I think that William's going to end up in the grave. And at first I was like, wow, it's going to be Diggle or it's going to be something whatever. And hear me out for this, because I thought that they wouldn't kill a kid, but on Legends, Rip Hunter's kid gets killed in the first freaking episode.
Not even first fight. It was the opening scene. Vandal Savage walks up to the kid, goes, "Are you
Like your mommy or your daddy?
Are you a fool?"
Yeah. And then he
Oh,
just...
you're both. Boom! Shoot him in the head. You're like, oh.
I mean,
I just wait for that. You didn't know what to do after that.
That hit me. That hit me. Yeah, I was. So we know that that's not.
I don't
beyond,
know.
like they're not above that.
They have no issue killing children.
Yeah,
Let's just say that. The
So now
CW
my
have
new
no
theory,
issue.
because it makes sense for all. Like, listen, killing a kid would make Felicity say you have to kill him for sure. Oliver would have that kind of emotion, but he wouldn't be. It wouldn't be insane because he doesn't really know him that well. So it's not like he didn't raise him. No, but he didn't raise him. I know, but it's still something where he would have that kind of reaction. So that's what I was kind of thinking.
I think it's one of the main characters still. I don't think it's William. But that's
All right,
my
there's
thoughts.
one last thing.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Can we still talk about
Yeah,
this in
do
the grave
it,
real
do it,
quick?
because I'm gonna change the
reason I
topic.
think it's William's mother is because the way Felicity reacts as well. She's kind of like, for one, no ring.
Yep.
So in my opinion, the whole William stuff would have come out by then.
For sure.
So that is my opinion as to why Felicity and Oliver are not wearing their rings, because Felicity's not happy that Oliver never told her about it. Completely props to you, Felicity, I understand. So killing his mother, Felicity's going to be... I understand that it's a death, so Felicity can't be like jealous or anything, but I do think she has that bone in her where it's kind of like, right, I get it now that the mother's died, you have to kill him.
I don't think it's a mother. It's because it's not a big enough character. Sorry, mother, but nobody's gonna really care. Samantha, I think, is.
Guys, there's a reason
What
why.
do you mean nobody's going to
People
care?
are gonna
This is
care.
the mother of a child.
But then William is gonna have Oliver is gonna take custody of William.
Yeah,
He's
Oliver
gonna
and
have a
Felicity.
kid.
Okay,
for the
hold
next
on,
seasons.
guys. Let us know in the comments below. Do you think it's going to possibly be William or baby mama? I will say this.
That's where it becomes
You think he's gonna be a
kid.
foster kid? You think Oliver wouldn't
No,
take him?
he won't. Here's why I think they named him William, and they're going to bring Connor Hawke in a different way where it's not his kid, because William is not going to make it past this season. And I know that's dark, and I don't let
think
us know what
it's
you guys think. Let us know in the live chat.
On the chat, people are saying they don't think it's William. Princess B, and also
Other people, lots of people think that it's
Ohana,
not.
thank
guys,
you.
let us know what you think. I want to just talk really quickly before we move on,
His name is Ohana.
which is family.
Well, she
And
said
it-
Ohana earlier, and I did the Lilo and Stitch quote. Ohana means
No,
family.
but there's a Lilo and Stitch image, so I don't know if that's
Oh,
their
so
real
they're
name.
actually a big
Yes.
Lilo and Stitch was my shit when I was a kid. man.
Back to Olicity.
Sorry,
Back to Olicity. We have a photo actually of Oliver down on one knee in front of Felicity in her wheelchair, and he's asking her to marry him, and they want to elope. This is kind of like heartbreaking, I feel, because we know that they're not going to get married so quickly, and they're ready to run off and elope right now. So what's going to happen from then to where we go?
They ain't running anywhere.
I got it.
God.
Evil.
Come on, that was
evil.
funny. Admit it. He said running. That was ain't running anywhere.
Let's
I thought it was quite funny.
Let's wrap it up with Oliver screwed, guys. I don't know what's going to happen. Quick shout out to Stanley's Kamikaze all year long. Amazing guest. Please do check that out. Also, Nerd Talk with John Lee Brody. Go check that show out too on thestream.tv. Guys, subscribe while you're there. Tweet at us using the hashtag #ArrowAfterShow. We will respond. In the meantime, we'll be right back with some fan art, YouTube live chat questions and comments, Twitter questions, and a little video from Carolina. So we'll see you right in a couple minutes. I know, so much stuff. We'll get through it. We'll see you guys in a bit.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live. In case you missed it live.
Oh, you'd want to take the time travel the whole way back.
Oh my God.
We had a crazy vampire threesome.
And you can't unsee that. That's burned into my brain now.
I was like, how did you get here? No. What do you mean? I'm dancing.
You know why we saying yes. You know why we saying yes.
He was like, yeah, I'll tell you whatever you want.
He is quite something.
And we're like, inseparable. She was shadier than Sunglass Hut with Ray-Bans on sale, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it wasn't. So come on.
You just went to a totally different direction on that.
When a billionaire goes broke, it means he's got like $4 million.
Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Bro.
I found her to be deliciously out of control.
Oh man, looking forward to this fight.
Ooh, they about to get together. Watch, it's about to go down.
Somebody better take some pictures of this.
She just slapped the crap out of Nick.
And he's just
It's so good.
You can't count anything out.
It's been another awesome night at thestream.tv,
It's always
guys.
awesome.
Thank you for joining us, you guys. We love you.
Welcome back, guys. You're watching the Arrow After Show here at thestream.tv. We've been seeing you guys blown up, but first, before we get to Twitter, yeah, you're blowing us up right here. Before we get to Twitter and YouTube, we're gonna just show you a quick video from Carolina, who's gonna introduce some fan art real quick. So she wasn't here, but she's here, kinda.
Hey guys, I know, I'm so sorry I'm gone again. I promise it's the last time for a long time. However, I got some awesome fan art for you guys from Boss Logic, so make sure you go check him out. And also, I found an amazing comic book throwback of Ollie as Green Arrow cooking his famous chili for the rest of the super team, so I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you try the recipe out, let me know if it's as spicy as it sounds.
Sweet. So thank you, Carolina. The first thing we'll show you is the Boss Logic fan art, which is super cool.
That's
I don't
so
know. Yeah,
cool.
isn't that amazing? That's Oliver in his throne.
He
It's like a
always
Game
gets
of
his
Thrones
shout
kind
out.
of
Boss
throne.
Logic
Yeah.
is
He's
amazing.
awesome.
Pretty sick. And then the chili recipe is right there. We'll just show that real quick. If you guys want, we'll post that in the after show group and also on the stream.tv Facebook page, so you guys can go check that out and try it if you want to. Right now, Olivia's going to do some tweeties.
Okay,
Tweeties?
so the first one is from Uzumaki HQ. Hi. Jack Hind, should Oliver have killed Malcolm when he spared him? Wasn't sure how to word this.
Absolutely.
You were right. You worded that the right way.
Yep.
Yes.
That's it. Just yes. I'm with you. I agree.
I think you should have killed Malcolm because you created a worser enemy, dude. Like you say, you choose the better of two evils, and the better of two evils in this case was Nyssa. Like, you knew that Malcolm knows about William. Why would you want him to stay alive?
I don't think he was thinking.
Yeah. Even though I feel bad.
I don't think he was thinking. It was a stupid move. I agree. That was dumb.
Okay, so
killed him.
bothers
So there
me.
you go, Zamaki, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Your opinion.
I agree.
Your opinion.
Poor Malcolm.
Shut
You
up.
feel bad for Malcolm.
Over poor
I
Malcolm.
just-
What else has he got in his
okay,
life?
okay.
Tommy's dead. Done.
Okay.
Thea doesn't even. I mean, Thea's there,
He
but
would've
Thea will choose Oliver over you
He would
anyway.
have sacrificed her. He would have
Yeah,
sacrificed
he would have
her.
sacrificed
All right.
her.
I'm
Stop
just
feeling
sad
bad
about
for
it.
him. Move on to the next
I love
tweet.
everyone. Okay, so next tweet, Emily Bet fans. Do you think we're going to see more of Papa Smoke?
Absolutely.
I hope so.
Absolutely. More
Because-
calculator for
yeah,
sure.
See
he's
more
awesome.
of the calculator?
Yeah.
He'll be back.
Can't only have one Brainiac in the
He'll
group.
be back.
Felicity needs some competition.
Yeah.
And again, that's what the calculator does for her. He gives her that.
Yeah.
It makes Felicity become Felicity again. Again, so much aiding in the development of her character. I feel like the majority of it has come from Curtis and the calculator.
Yeah.
Now with Felicity growing up in season 4, it really seems like she gets all of her help. Because obviously she's in love with Oliver now. So it's like they don't really help each other in that way. But when it comes to her actual, like her self-involvement and who she is, the dad did it in like one episode
I feel
with
like
the
Ray
mum.
Palmer helped a lot too.
Guys,
That was true,
I'm going
100%.
to interject real quick, and I know this could be controversial, but
great.
I disagree with the fact that Felicity's not learning from her relationship with Oliver, because as someone who's been married for a long time, you learn a lot in a relationship, and I would not be a quarter of the man that I am today without my wife. So I'm just going to throw that out there.
He gets husband points for that one.
Right, exactly. Someone's getting it tonight.
That's not why I'm saying that. That's not why I'm saying that. You guys. Next tweet. Next
Okay,
tweet.
This is the last tweet. This is from Olivia Fanzone. Hi, Alex. Thoughts on Merlyn giving up Oliver's son to Dark? I mean, I think.
Say once more.
Thoughts. What are your thoughts on Merlyn giving up Oliver's son to Dark? So basically,
Saw it coming a mile away, and it
Yeah.
goes back to he should have killed Malcolm.
I didn't see it coming a mile
did.
away.
I did.
I didn't think
didn't.
Merlyn would go that bad. I didn't think he would.
Yeah.
Especially the whole reason he had to do this was to save his daughter's life. That he would go now and turn that on Oliver.
Especially
and
Oliver-
put his son's life in danger. It's like,
Guys, Malcolm is a
No, I
sociopathic
already agreed with you
psychopath
there.
who cares only about himself. He was wronged. He is going to do everything he can to
I
destroy
think-
Oliver, and he said it.
I
Yeah.
think he's more pissed that the league's disbanded.
Yeah.
Than he is that
He
the
was
fact
so
that
upset.
the fact that the league's disbanded means that he can never now become Ra's al Ghul again. So I think that's where he kind of got a bit of a sore ass and was like, fine, I'm gonna go tell Damien.
Yeah, and that's when he was really
Yeah, when
pissed.
Damien-
When
and that
in
was
that
when he was
scene, he
pissed,
was,
yeah.
and that's when he threatened Oliver. He was like, that's when he was really pissed.
Okay, do you guys think that it's because the league was disbanded, or do you think he's just an absolute psychopath and he's out for revenge? Let us know. Speaking of which, you can let us know right now on the YouTube live chat, because
YouTube.
Jack is going to tell us some stuff from there. He's gonna share some
Yes, I
feedback.
am. Real quick, this is actually a good question. Aaron Saunders, is it Saunders or Sanders? I apologise, it's SAU, so I'm going to go with Saunders. Hashtag, right, real quick, you've used the hashtag ArrowAS. Guys, just letting you know now, it's hashtag ArrowAfterShow. It makes it a lot easier for us because we pull your questions using an app where we just search Arrow After Show, and it brings up all of your stuff. So please remember to use... Oh, God.
okay.
Please remember to use Arrow After Show. I'm all bubbly now. Over to Twitter, Aaron Saunders. Do you think that Oliver will tell Felicity about William before or after the wedding, or before or after it actually comes up? Do you think Oliver will be the one to tell her?
No, she's gonna
question.
find out. She's gonna find out, and it's gonna implode their relationship. That's my.
And that's what you think is going to make the ring pop off?
Yep. And now you're giving it to me. This
I
I
don't
know,
have it.
it's tickling my throat a little bit.
allergies.
Believe it or not, I'm not allergic to anything.
Well,
Nothing
then-
on the planet that
then
I've ever come across.
Stay away from me, dude.
The amount of years of my life, I've never, never. I don't know if anyone else not allergic to anything. It's kind of a cool thing that I have. I feel like.
Fun fact of the day.
Pardon, honey.
Fun fact of the day. Go
Fun
ahead.
fact of the day: Jack's not allergic to anything. So far. Martin Savic. I hope I got that right. Jack Hind. Disbanding the league. This isn't so much a question; it's more of a statement. But I like it because it makes sense. Disbanding the league was a bad choice, as now there are rogue assassins wandering the earth, possibly forming rogue assassin groups, wreaking havoc around the world. Makes total sense. What, do these assassins now just go to their IT job, sit behind the computer and be like, right, well, I'm not an assassin anymore?
I feel like
They're criminals
What
now
do
for
they do?
sure.
No,
You know what I mean? You just release so many criminals into
exactly.
the world.
They're released. I feel like they were prisoners, and they didn't necessarily maybe want to be assassins. Maybe some of them did.
Well-
but I feel like now that they're released, hence the word released.
So now we're gonna have like a ton of
free.
spin-off shows about all the assassins from the Leagues of Assassins.
No, they're not.
Assassin number 1, assassin number 2.
It does make you wonder about their resumes, like
does,
when they show up like for a job. Well, I murdered people for the last 20 years.
Oh, I was in the
They
League
go
of
back to their
Assassins.
families, maybe.
What?
Guys, it would be a great episode of The Office, I think, if they started in The Office with the
League of
Assassins.
Could you imagine? You took my stapler.
We have devolved. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, hashtag Arrow After Show tweeted us all week. We will pull it up and feature it on the show. Also, if you want to send us some fan art, you can do that on Twitter. You could also do it on our Facebook group, at the Stream Facebook group, also at the Arrow After Show Facebook group, and the Arrow Cave Facebook. There's so many Facebook groups.
Things.
Go ahead and share. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Bye, guys. See ya.
Did you just jazz hands away?
I just jazz hands.
Oh, you're jazz hands.